Good morning.
Morning.
It is Thursday. September 27th, and it's not a bad day outside, or bad morning outside right now. It's dry, which is the main thing. Later on today, you might see the odd bit of a passing drizzle, but the good news is generally dry, cloudy with the odd sunny spell breaking through, and we'll see temperatures today of around 17 degrees, and yesterday was a scorcher. It was roasted.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
I came home yesterday, and there was one of the dog's blanket that we'd washed needed to be hung out, so I threw it in the line, and as I walked out into the garden, just felt a wave of heat,
a
wall of heat.
No, it was gorgeous, yeah.
Savage. So today's going to be kind of mild enough again, 17 or 18 in places. Not as warm or as sunny as yesterday, but again, not bad to be fair.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
really nice. We're going to be checking out today's papers in full. Obviously on the show we do that at about 7:10 and again about 8:10 every morning. Quick look at some of the stories on the front pages. This girl who took a case against the exam appeals process, so she didn't get enough points in her leaving cert to study veterinary medicine. She was just short, and then it turned out that she had enough points after all. So now she's fulfilling her dream of winning a place in to study to become a vet in college. The state's exams appeal system is not fit for purpose, the High Court judge in that case warned yesterday. So Rebecca Carter pictured on the front page of the Irish Examiner today. Moving on, by the way, a lot about Ryder Cup.
Yes, loads
so
about Ryder Cup
is it tomorrow starting?
Tomorrow starts,
okay. So a lot about that, and that's on the front page of the Irish Examiner today. Paris Passion Play, who will get hot under the collar? The US have a great team.
Yeah, Niall Horan was interviewed yesterday.
Yeah,
and because he was at the celebrity kind of pre-day stuff.
Yeah.
And he was saying, is it the first time in Ryder Cup history, or certainly the first time for a long time, that both teams have golfers inside the world's top 20?
Okay, right,
normally there's like somebody who might be like number 70 as a wildcard pick, but
everybody
is fairly highly ranked, so that's good.
Two really strong teams. I was just looking at the US lineup yesterday, I was like, oh God, okay. The Times Ireland edition front page, one of the suspects in the Salisbury poisoning case has been identified. He's a colonel in intelligence.
This is turning out to be like something out of a film, lads.
I know.
So
mad.
he came to Britain, he went to Britain, and he went to as a tourist. He had nothing to do with the poisoning. Then he goes on national television to say, oh no, it wasn't us at all. We just went to look at the cathedral.
Yeah.
And now it turns out that he's actually in the military.
Yeah. He's a colonel as well.
Yeah, he's
that's
really
high up, very high up. So that's the story in the Times Ireland edition today. The Sun front page, somebody in a story who hasn't been on the front pages for quite a while. The widow of hero detective Jerry McCabe pictured on the front page. I still cry over my Jerry's murder. 8 years of counselling after the hero was shot, and pictured on the front page of the Sun today with her late husband Jerry. And finally from me for this morning, this is a story in the Irish Independent today. Murphy admits rents are too high as average cost spirals to €1,094. Rents have shot up again. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in that my mortgage is way less than it would cost me to rent my house, say, for example. And then people who are renting, so maybe people who might be paying $800 or $900 a month in rent, they could potentially get a mortgage to buy that house for, I don't know, $650, $700. And they can't because they're told they can't afford it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
even though they're paying a lot more than that in rent. The whole thing is very dysfunctional. But that's the story in the Irish Independent this morning.
I just noticed there on the front page of the Sun there's a picture of Mourinho and Pogba. Did you see this video yesterday?
Yeah.
So for those who missed it, right? So you probably heard the stories at this stage that Jose Mourinho basically told Paul Pogba, you're no longer my vice captain and you'll never captain Manchester United again, right? There's a fallout there somewhere, right? Mourinho then, of course, doing a bit of a Donald Trump fake news, and it comes out and says, oh, no rift, just my decision. It's me and Paul, it's all fine.
Yeah, right.
Then there was a video yesterday, Pogba jogs out, he's high-fiving and slapping fella's hands and, hey, how's it going? And the next thing, Mourinho obviously says something to him, because he's kind of going along, he's like,
yeah.
And then there's words exchanged between them. Obviously, they're on the field, so we don't know what they're said. But Pogba's gone. One of them will be gone, and I reckon it actually could be Mourinho by Christmas. And I'm saying that as a Man United fan.
Yeah.
And if it's not Mourinho, then Pogba's out the gap in January, lads. But we'll have to wait and see. Soccer is the top trend in Ireland this morning because Hazard scored last night. Chelsea beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. I didn't see it, but by all accounts, great game. and Hazard's goal was an almighty belt.
He's class, isn't he?
Oh, he's ridiculous.
He's so cool. Yeah,
so he scored last night. Trump is trending this morning as well. He spoke with journalists yesterday, kind of an ad hoc press conference where they got to ask him all kinds of different things about
the best kind of Trump press conference.
I read the synopsis this morning. China and Canada are the worst people in the world.
Okay, yeah, fair
North
enough.
Korea, a great bunch of lads.
Yeah.
He's got a nominee for the Supreme Court who has sexual allegations against him, but they're not true. It's fine, don't worry about it. If I even had an inkling, this is a quote from him, that there was any truth in those, he wouldn't be up for the nomination, obviously. So yeah, it was kind of like journalists were like, whoa, is this actually happening? Is he?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's trending this morning. Make My Way Day was yesterday. I watched a news report on this last night. So this was basically bringing our attention to blocking footpaths with different things like bins, rubbish, bikes and everything else. Because elderly, infirm people and certainly blind people obviously have to face these obstacles on a daily basis. So that's trending this morning as well. And Gogglebox Ireland, I got to watch about 10 or 15 minutes of it last night.
Was it?
Very funny. They watched the ploughing and they watched The Bodyguard, that programme from the BBC.
Cool, yeah.
Two very different reactions. Like the ploughing was a bit of crack, obviously.
Yeah.
And then The Bodyguard was more serious. I did love the dubs though on Gogglebox. Watch it, Gogglebox.
I've only watched the Irish version of Gogglebox once, you say.
I'd say it's my second time ever seeing it.
Yeah.
What I loved was, they showed a shot of Anya Lawler and Marty Morrissey kind of going, coming up on tonight's programme, we've got this, and this, and this. And then like one of the dubs on it, who's clearly a city person, was just like, and loads of muck. Don't forget, they never mentioned the muck. No one never says anything about the muck. And then one of the, those twins, the lads, they having them on him.
Yeah.
It's just like a big shopping centre for farmers. That's essentially what the ploughing championship is. Brilliant.
I love Gogglebox as a concept. I love it, and I really enjoyed the Irish episode I saw. But I don't think it's as good as the English. Like, so I'm basing it on one episode, so I'm probably being a little bit unfair. But I know loads of people are telling me. Lots of my friends are saying, no, the Irish one's way better.
I've never seen the British one.
Oh, you've never seen it? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was going to ask you, what do you think?
But I know the characters.
So good.
I know not characters, sorry. I know the repeat. I know the names, like Scarlett Moffat was one, and I know that couple who were always drinking wine.
Oh, the Lushes, yeah.
Lushes.
I probably need to I will give the Irish one another go, because I definitely really enjoyed it. Yeah. But I just remember thinking, no, it's not as good as the British one.
Yeah.
But Gogglebox is great.
Yeah.
Love
those some of the quotes and some of the comments. Amazing. Just the man mentioned the muck. We never mentioned the muck.
Now, yesterday on the show we started a brand new game as well. If you want to tune in this morning and give it a go, it's called Endgame. It's proving very difficult because we've got loads of answers in, but they were all wrong. We're just playing you the end, the last second. It's even less than a second, I'd say, is it?
Yeah, this one is less than a second.
Yeah, last kind of bit of a second of a very famous song, and we're trying to get you guys to identify that song. So we've got prizes to give away. With each day, we'll add a CD to the pack, I think. Yeah. Is that all right? Or a T-shirt or something. So we're up to two CDs today. So if you want to tune in and hear that, we'll play it at about in the early part of the show, around 7:20 this morning.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and you can have your guess then as to what it will be. A few friends of mine were texting me last night going,
what is it?
The answer?
Yeah.
I'm saying, you'll find out Friday, lads. Yeah. So we'll do that in the show this morning. If there's anything you want us to hear or want to play on the radio yourself, normally we used to do the Wheel of Anything. We've kind of retired that for now, and what we're doing is we're asking you to pick the song. So if you voice message us on our WhatsApp on 083 300 3300, you can actually tell us your name, where you are, and the song you want, and we might get around to playing it on the show today or tomorrow. We'll be doing this next week as well. So essentially you can pick an old song to get you up and ready for the day if you'd like. Yeah. So it could be anything.
Yesterday we played the Cranberry Zombie, which was pretty cool. We hadn't played that for a while in Kerry's Full Breakfast. So so that kind of thing. Get in touch, any song you'd like to hear, and we'll try and fit one of those in between 7 and 9 this morning.
I will just say this though, if you're going to suggest Metallica, we're probably not going to play Metallica. Think about the radio show that you're listening to now, in fairness, do you know what I mean? So don't be sending in something like Metallica or you know the show if you're listening to it, you know the type of thing. Yeah. Something that we would never play is probably not
or really Declan Nerney. Just kidding, we probably would play him.
Right, we're going to go and stick the kettle on and have a coffee. Let us know in the comments as well if you're up with us this morning. I will say this though, if you're going to suggest the song, don't suggest it here or on text. We actually want a voice message. We had loads of texts of different songs yesterday, but it has to be your voice that we can actually play out on the radio. And don't be shy, don't be embarrassed, it's fine. It's all good. So send them on to us, we'll stick the kettle on and we'll get this radio show thing cracking and rocking and all the other adjectives that we
I need coffee.
Yeah,
Badly.
let's do this.
Okay.
Right, have a good
morning.
day. Good luck.